Okay, so you didn't do too bad today, using your new skills with a little bit of practice from last night. Hold on, let me make this time. I talked to Kong, and so your party, even though you guys are just bottom stair party, if Katil does need your party here as well, you guys need to go here, like you did right here. The only thing is, I think I wouldn't call the mid bottom party right away. I'd wait until after the mob spawn to see if we're getting pushed back or if we're pushing the enemies back. Because if we're pushing the enemies back and we clear the mobs pretty easily, then we don't need the mid parties, the mid bottom responder party. But here, you did a good job of pushing up and getting a deeper oblivion on their stack. And then so here, probably grab field first and then soul blast. Because you want to get your gravity field out first to get those CC cards to try to get those to proc, rather than do soul blast first and then gravity. I know here you see like you're spam clicking, you're trying to cast your spell book. The issue is like if you look back, your target's already dead. So if you click on this skill, it's not gonna cast because you have a dead target that your skill's trying to hit. So it's not gonna do anything. You just have to deselect your current target, so you can do that by just clicking here. But honestly, the easiest and fastest way would be to just click on your name in the party list, and then it's gonna just deselect. That way it's gonna allow you to just walk up, and then you can keep clicking on this button again, and it's gonna target whoever is close by. But like I said, I think this is you guys, like, she had way too many people come here to assist. Like, she didn't need, I don't, for sure, mid bottom responder party didn't have to be here. Especially with how fast and easily you guys wiped them. And I believe, right, so I believe mid's calling on voice that they're getting wiped. Because you're going to see like you start to walk over to mid, so it seems like you're responding to mid having trouble and they're getting pushed on. But I think this is a missed call right here by the the bottom squad commander. Like once you guys push out here, like to me it looks like you guys are gonna hold it just fine. So if I was the one still doing the commanding for either bottom or top, I for sure would have sent the mid parties back, the mid bottom responder party back, and then possibly go ahead and send the bottom responder parties to go help out mid. Depending on like the information of how many parties mid has that's pushing onto our guild. You can see you're gonna start to walk over. So I'm guessing you're responding to somebody on voice saying mid is getting wiped and pushed back. But I asked you like where's your party, and you said that they're still at the bottom left. So that's why the commander for bottom left or the bottom side needs to, they need to send parties if you don't need them anymore, because you're gonna see later on like you guys are getting spawn camped because nobody was sending parties to go help mid. So here you respawn after you die, just check, make sure, see what your book stack is, because you don't lose these stacks when you die. So you're already at 20 stacks. So you could have just soul blast twice and then you have 4 orbs. You didn't have to do the whole rebuffing to full stack sequence because you already had 20 book stacks. And then right here, so this guy's chasing you. This is why you want to have your book ready whenever you can, because I mean you can put your AoEs to slow him down, but if he's like still chasing you, right? This is when you need to book to debuff him, and then you need to teleport away instead of just running around like this. Also, so when you teleport, you can see this guy's pretty close to you. He's in range. If you click on teleport, it's gonna teleport you onto that target. So if you teleported, it would have just teleported you back onto this guy, which is, you're trying to run away from him, so you don't want that to happen because you're just gonna end up dying. So if somebody's chasing you and you need to teleport, you have to actually manually aim the skill away from the player, or else it's gonna teleport onto them, which is not what you want. And then you're gonna see here, since nobody was, we had a lot of resources on that bottom left that probably could have gone and helped mid, but you know that call didn't get made, and you guys are actually getting spawn camped by Star, which is actually really embarrassing. Like you guys are seriously getting spawn camped by this guild out of everyone. So you Oblivion here? I wouldn't have Oblivion because a lot of our people are already dead, and by the time they respawn, they're likely gonna die again. I mean, Oblivion, you know, casting Oblivion here would allow them to respawn, but the issue is like we're still outnumbered. And you can see I guess there's nobody calling it on voice because now you can see people on guild chat are crying out for help because you guys are getting spawn camped. But it's actually taken a while for help to come here and clear the spawn. Which, you know, this shouldn't even be happening, especially against Star. So you can see you're going through the whole restacking sequence when you're already at, you know, you were already at 20 stacks, so you could have just soul blast twice. And so here, you know, you guys are trying to push them back. This is where you'd probably do your whole, you know, your full stack rotation where you spellbook, you know, Tetra, do your AoE rotation twice, and then spellbook again. Or you know, if you still had your Oblivion, you could have just Oblivioned here, and then it'd be easier for you guys to push up. But you know, if you guys need to push and you know you have your full stacks, you know that's when you do your full stack rotation for your skills. And then, like I said, make sure if you're gonna click the book skill, just click it, and then your character should auto walk up to your target and cast it. The only time it's not going to do that is, you know, if your person that you're trying to cast on is dead. Which is why you just have to click on your character or your name and then it will deselect the target for you. So, you know, you're still focusing, pushing with your gravities whenever your warlock skills are on cooldown. Good. I think your cast delay is like 2 seconds for gravity. Because you're not wearing expert rings, so actually, yeah, it's about 2 seconds. So I'm probably gonna, for your support build for PvP, I'm gonna do what I did on NA, and so you're just gonna run +5 expert rings, so you get that global cast delay back. It should drop it to like 1.3, I think. To get below 1 second cast delay, you're gonna need like a +20 weapon, which, you know, that ain't happening, so we'll just do the expert rings. And then also while you're trying to push up on the enemy, you can switch back to Stormgust, because I don't think a lot of people now are going to be wearing Mark card. They're probably going to wear some type of elemental armor card. You know, maybe Pasana for all the comets, or, you know, Pasana or Swordfish because of Rune Knights that have water and fire dragon breath, and then maybe some wizards are using Chain Lightning, so some people might wear Dekebi. But it wouldn't be a bad idea to, like, you know, throw out a Stormgust here and there just to check to see, you know, if people are wearing a Mark card or not. You know, so good Oblivion there. Probably. Let me see if you had full stacks. So yeah, Oblivion, and then I'm guessing. I mean, because all of your orbs just disappeared, so that's either the visual bug that we talked about earlier, where sometimes it won't show the orbs, or you just magically lost all 4 stacks, which shouldn't happen because if you lose stacks, you should only lose 2 orbs at a time, not all 4. So I'm not sure if this is just the visual bug or not. But yeah, after you Oblivion, you should have, you know, either spellbooked or just start stacking your gravities. And I think the rest of this is kind of just, you know, you guys pushing back and forth at mid much. So the main thing, I think the struggle for you guys here on map 2 is just the lack of comms from the top, mid, and bottom squad commanders. So that's why, you know, for next game on map 2, you're gonna have to record. So I want to be able to actually listen because I want to see like what's being said and or what's not being said, because it seems like there's a huge lack of information being said on voice. It's like, this is just against Star, and you guys actually got spawn camped today, which is not good, right? So we'll see. And then Monday for once I get your 3-star Dark Priest, I'll test to see how fast, the spell book, one spell book or like maybe a Tetra rotation and a spell book, see how much SP that drains. And then I'll test to see like how fast three gravity stack drains SP, and then I'll see how fast a full spellbook orb rotation. That one should definitely like drain all the SP, but I'll just double check to make sure. And depending on how fast your wizard, your warlock skills can drain SP, you might not have to focus too much on putting gravities anymore. You can kind of focus more on just your warlock stuff. But um, I'll figure that out by Monday. The shop resets.